like crap. You wear the sweater. You get your ass over there and go to work.
It's the ugliest sweater I've ever seen in my life.
I can't stop laughing.
If this were from the 15th century, it would be worth in excess of $5,000.
You have a tremendous piece of American history that's of great value to collectors.
Happy holidays. Thank you.
Thank you.
Happy holidays.
Hey,
What do you got here?
you have an old vintage camera from the USS Wisconsin?
Hey, old man.
Why?
These people got a camera here. They want to do an action film with Santa and his helper.
What kind of camera we got?
We're coming to the pawn shop today to sell this film camera we have. We actually believe that it was from the USS Wisconsin battleship.
We think it might have filmed some pretty cool things back in the day.
So why are you interested in selling it, man? This is a pretty cool camera.
It's the holiday seasons. We're broke college kids.
Yeah, we're wanting to buy some presents.
Well, I'll tell you what I want.
Where'd you get this thing at?
No, we got it at a yard sale. After we bought it, we saw the medallion from the USS Wisconsin, and we thought it had to be important.
When you start talking about the USS Wisconsin, you're talking about one of the most important battleships in U.S. history. The most famous battleship was the Arizona, but the Wisconsin wasn't far behind it. I spent 20 years in the Navy, and U.S. battleships were an engineering marvel in their day. It took 3,000 people to run one of those things. They had 9 16-inch guns. They had roughly 28 5-inch guns. If it was a piece of armament they could stick on a ship, they stuck it on a battleship. And I'll be honest with you, you have never seen a sight when they light off the 16s like that. Ooh, it's phenomenal. But if we could do some research on the serial number, try to track it down when it was manufactured, and see if it correlates with the time frame of the Wisconsin. So look around the shop for 15, 20 minutes. Let us do a little research, okay? Before we make an offer on this camera, we need to know the history of it. If it came off the USS Wisconsin, I would add to the value.
Earlier, a woman brought in an axe that she believes is from the 15th century. I don't believe it's that old. So I called in my buddy Dean, who's an expert, to tell us more about it.
What I love about its weapons is that there are so many different kinds, so many different manufacturers, and so many different variations. It's a science into itself. So, Rick, what are your concerns?
Georgia seems to think this is from the 15th century. I don't agree.
The reason I think it's from this period is I've seen them on the internet, and also when they're making movies of that time period, they're usually carrying an axe that looks like this.
If you look at the way it is hand chiseled, hand carved in the engraving, it's actually a kafkari, and that is a low grade of gold applied to the surface rather than an inlay. That is very typical of Indian craftsmanship and Indian art.
Okay.
And then in order to determine if this was from the 15th century, there's a lot of things we need to look at. One of the things that we would look at would be whether or not the shaft is solid or if it's hollow. We'd be looking at the back portion of the axe and whether it's forged and how it's forged. If this is a 15th century battle axe, it's not only very rare, but it's very, very valuable. If this were from the 15th century, it would be worth in excess of $5,000.
So how old do you think it is?
Well, I don't believe it's from the 15th century.
No.
I believe it's from the late 18th century, early 19th century.
Oh, wow.
Well, one of the telltale signs is